Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Dr. Kestler from Lorain County Community College, and this is today's co-video. I'm wearing my mask right now to show you what I'm going to look like when I go out in public. I'll be wearing a mask. You should wear a mask, and together, I'm slipping a little bit there, together that provides protection. So not only do I protect you, but I am protected by you wearing a mask. Both of us are. We get a double protection when you do that. All right, I'm going to take this off for right now. And the reason I wore the mask today, and I'm going to be putting it back on again, and I'm going to be putting it on whenever I go out, is because we are going to be opening up. That is what's going on. We are not done. We are by no means done. We shouldn't be doing the victory dance and the party and all that kind of stuff. We've got a ways to go, and we need to do the right thing here. All right, so I want to just talk about a few things today. First of all, today my temperature is 96 degrees Fahrenheit or 35.6 centigrade. And one of the things I'm going to start with a kind of a big picture and see where we are. As far as the United States goes, looking at this data here, I can tell you that my take on this data is that the United States is basically leveling off. And the real story here is, the real answer to what's going on is there are some that are going up, some that are going down, and some that are remaining flat. So we are reaching a peak, not yet going down. I'll talk about some that are going down at the end. That'll be my last kind of message here. So we are still in a very big way engaged in this. And so, you can look at some of the places where the numbers are looking good. And there are a lot of places where the numbers are starting to look good. Cases are decreasing. You've got New York City is one of these places in both categories, in both as far as deaths and cases. New York City is going down. That is nothing but good news. New York City has been through hell, literal hell, in the past few weeks, and that is starting to get to be a better sign. It is moving, believe it or not. The disease is tending to move to other places. And you'll notice that some of these places are way out in the middle of the country, for instance. There are places where we're going to see new cases. Of course, Marion, Ohio is on the top of the list. You all know that because we tested every single prisoner in the jail, in the prison there, and they all came up. Basically, most of them came up positive. So we will be watching that one as time goes on. One of the things as we're going through some of this kind of thing is this is a very real kind of a crisis, and I know a lot of people are doing the right thing in Ohio. I'll have more to say about Ohio in a second, but it is the reason that we have been sheltering in place, in part, is because we want to keep the healthcare system open for business for other things. There are people who, and I've said this in a couple of podcasts, but I just want to reiterate for you guys that you need to be vigilant about, if you need healthcare, get healthcare, get better, and also if you are sick with even if it's this virus, COVID-19, there are treatments, there are things you can do, and it's worth at least talking to somebody, to a health professional. I have to tell you, and I've said this before, we have a mental health crisis. I hear a lot of people saying that this is a manufactured epidemic, that it isn't real, that it's nothing big. And I have to tell you, talk to the family members of people who have died. Mike DeWine, I didn't say Dr. DeWine, Mike DeWine and Amy Acton were on today talking about the people who have died. Also, talk to somebody in healthcare. I have a lot of students who have been through a lot, and they are sobbing at the end of the day because of what they have seen. They've watched family members die alone or with them in the place, and this is going to take a large toll. This is by no means any kind of a manufactured, made-up epidemic. It is very real. All right. And so we have to be careful. where the storm is passing. I want to point that out. The storm is passing, but just like any storm, you have damage. You have to repair damage to houses, damage to whatever the storm did, and there will be things to repair here. There will be people in need of help. Be ready to talk to people. Be ready to listen to people. When you're talking to people, let me tell you how to talk to somebody who's just seen something horrific. You don't say, oh, that's nothing. Let me tell you about the fact that one time that I had trouble at the motor vehicle department. You want to say, oh, let me just tell me, and oh, that's terrible. Listen, be a listener, and that's the way to be a good helper. The storm, by the way, these are yesterday's data, not today's. Today's data does not change this picture so terribly much, but we can see that the number of new cases is in Ohio going down in the right direction. We are going to open up, and when we open up, we mask up. Open up, mask up. When we go out into the public, we are going to maintain that social distance. We are going to do the right things to sustain this, to make sure that we get through it. We're not through it until all hosts that are possible, or the virus is gone, or all hosts have been infected. Or exposed in some fashion, and immunity has resulted. So we have some time to go. In this particular chart, you can see that we are in fact heading in the right direction. All of these areas in Ohio seem to be heading to the slower rates of growth. We've reached our pinnacle of faster rates of growth, and now we're coming down on the other side, which is great. We need to keep that kind of a thing up. I think that we have to acknowledge, I would acknowledge Mike DeWine. Mike DeWine and Dr. Atkin have done a wonderful, wonderful job at guiding us and why Ohio is one of those places that's on the good side. Not through it at all, by any means. We are not through this yet, but we are on the right side. And his actions and Dr. Acton's actions have shown us the right way to go. And it's us. Ultimately, who did this? Not Mike DeWine. Not Andrew Cuomo. The person who did this is you. You are the people who made this possible, made this happen. And we're not done yet. We have a little bit of ways to go, but life is going to change again. I think it's going to be better, and we're not back to what it was in January. I just want to tell you, life like it was in January is a very big way away. So, bravo to us for what we have done. This is really a serious, we really avoided some really bad things from happening. They still could very well happen. What we have to do is continue to be the helper, put our mask on, and be safe. Go out there like this. And if I see somebody like this, and you are like this, and I'm like this, we are both protecting each other. Remember to be good to each other, and may you all persist like a lentivirus. Thank you, and have a good day.